Oh.
Did anyone else?
Okay. High stakes.
We're supposed to be doing bingo in French.
I do.
Supposed to be doing bingo.
Thanks, man.
Did anyone else not get sent a load of English numbers? I mean, what's all that about?
I know.
I've got some numbers, but they weren't French numbers. They were just normal.
I know they were numbers. Outrageous.
Let me get the,
That's good. Right, should we do the daily check-in then, Tim?
I'll just put the schedule in the chat. Please do. Episode 41.
So let's have a out of 10 then, how people's days are, and if we get someone up the high end, I will pick a few to tell us what's been good about today. Yeah, I've had a lovely day.
I just want to ask Serena about her earrings.
I know. I think we've got to unmute Serena, haven't we?
Where did you get those earrings? France?
It's a bit of string. A bit of string up there. It's on my glasses.
That's so clever, Serena.
And this is just one of these, and I painted it on and stuck it on.
Oh, you had to have a bit of art in there. Love it.
I did pencil it on first, but it wasn't strong enough. Not enough black eyeliner. But I can barely talk because it starts moving.
Oh.
Hee-haw.
Oh, hee haw ha.
Hee-haw. Un, deux, trois.
I see we've got Brandon on here. I hope he's ready for bat and ball skills as well, because he said he'd do that tonight. Is he giving me a...
Turn the camera or somehow change your portrait orientation lock.
Oh yeah, you're sideways, Brandon.
I love you, bro. Right, Digna.
Yeah,
How you doing?
I'm okay. Yes, today I'm the woman in blue.
Ah.
Why not?
Spotlight. Spotlight. Digna needs
I
spotlight.
love it.
Can you have
You look great.
Can you have a twirl?
Look at that. Stylish.
So stylish, so elegant. Oh,
Don't say that. I didn't.
well,
I
no,
was there, but I didn't play.
you're basically dancing all night. Loved it. Loved it. Harry Fairchild, who have you come as?
Hello.
The Blue Monster.
No, not the remote.
Why are you then?
I did is I did I put a hair on and a red tray and to be Ananiva.
He wanted buttercream and I wanted cream, so I had to cut it in half.
Where is he? Where is the Harry?
Yeah.
Can you lead us into a big sing happy birthday for Felicity, please? Let's do
Felicity, have come back.
Felicity and Steve. We'll get them both out of the way. Steve's
Oh, get them back. Yeah, we got a card that got us both out of the way.
Harry, you're going to count us
I
in.
had the onion.
Happy birthday to Felicity.
It's a French day, I didn't know.
Oh.
Oh, Harry, you count us in and I'll unmute everyone.
Tell me,
Yeah, do that.
tell me how old is she now?
You don't need to know that. It's their name.
We're not as old as Betty.
Not as old as Betty, yes.
So tell me, 95.
No, just do the song, please.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Come on.
So basically what we're trying to do is we're going to do the usual stuff, forehand bounce on the bat. But if you have a mirror, is what I like you to do is to look at the mirror. So instead of looking at the bat, you're going to try and look at the mirror, so the bat facing the mirror. So basically...
Can you explain what I just said, why that's relevant to you, Robert?
Because I'm blind. I can't see out this eye. I'm partially sighted. But I wouldn't do that if I were you, because you need to see with both eyes. So don't do that, Brandon.
Oh.
Be told off.
English.
Oh, there we go. Spotlight on you, Mr. English.
I've been practicing, so... Can you all hear me?
Yeah, you're on Spotlight.
Each day I live, I want to keep the day to keep the best of me. I'm only one, but not alone. My finest day is yet unknown. I broke my heart on every day to taste the sweet. I face the pain. I rise and fall, yet through it all, this much remains. I want one moment in time when I'm more than I thought I could.
Tasted that seems okay. It's a bit al dente, but it's okay. Just got to check that the prawns look like they're done now. They've turned pink. See that? Just got to make sure that the chicken's cooked through. Still nice and moist. Just moving it around. Really, it looks good. That's the end.
Really?
Oh, that is really gorgeous, because I'll tell you what happened with that. I don't know his kids. He's got 4 kids, and adult kids, and one of them lives in San Francisco. And I was saying, in this lockdown period, I've never cooked like I have been cooking. And he's telling me, I've been sharing recipes with Kit. So that was one of his videos for his son in San Francisco. Really sweet.
Oh, well, it's really nice. He shared it.
If anyone wants all those videos, then by all means I can send it out to people. But we've only got 15 minutes left on the Daily Show, so I didn't want to have 10 minutes. Go on, Chris.
Right, the next one is French bingo with the legend Nick Quill.
Hey.
Bonjour tout le monde.
Tout le monde.
Tout le monde, tu peux m'écouter? Oui? Okay, très bien.
Oui, monsieur.
Okay, hopefully you've all got your numbers. And these numbers are in every single language, incredibly, because they're numbers.
They're not Russian or Chinese, though, are they?
So I think we're going to do some revision, but I'm going to need to be able to share the screen. Hopefully that's possible, and you need to be able to hear it just for the revision session. Hopefully you've all got numbers. Everyone I've seen in French, and I have got a list of all of the people and all of the numbers. I can't do registers, but I can do that. Okay. So is everyone ready?
Yeah, ready.
And not only that, I'm going to call the number out, but hopefully you'll be able to see it too. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, we love this. This is like walking past ML1 in Patcham High School.
You know that. Numéro 14.
Okay. So we're looking at the one on the left, the little arrow. In D, we're going to introduce the one and only Alexis and Nikki. And we've been loving the photos. And it's Friday, and because we have a sort of, it depends what the weather's like, sometimes we have a slightly sort of shorter show on a Saturday. But if people need to leave at 6 or whenever they can, but we probably finish by 15:15. But don't rush through this, because we love your lot.
Brilliant. Oh, hi. Sorry, am I on?
You're on.
Okay. Right. Well, this week's top tip is to look around at the ordinary and use your creativity to tell a story in a photograph. And that could be anything you're doing on lockdown that is out of the ordinary, or is the ordinary, or the ordinary has become the unordinary, or the unordinary has become the ordinary. I'll be quiet now. Yes, yeah. And get on to the...
Why don't you tell us about one of your projects?
Okay, well, here's a project that I did.
Oh, nice.
And
Alexis, can I just... Anna Brooks isn't on it. Has Anna Brooks seen this? You ever spoken to Anna Brooks about this?
And making it look interesting. And I mean, this was a lucky shot, but it works. And I hope people can appreciate it and maybe go on to think about, if they have a cat or a dog or a goldfish, how they might photograph it in a different way.
Yeah, Heidi's obsessed with dogs. That is my favourite in the book. I love this book, and that's my favourite.
Well, this is another way of showing you. This is just kids, young people, sorry, jumping in off the harbour wall. Totally illegal.
Low tide, or do you know?
Well, hopefully high tide, otherwise they'd be in trouble. And I was just looking at jumping in, and then I realised there was a point where some of them were upside down. And this
with new things.
Yeah,
with bubbles, yeah.
So it can be done. Obviously, I'm much better with a big camera than a mobile phone. It has to be said, because that's what I'm used to. But obviously,
you have a fisheye lens on a mobile, though, don't you?
in joke, but we won't go into that one.
Who's that?
Well, this is about water.
Is that your daily exercise route?
Yes. Yeah.
Amazing.
On the Downs, it's about 100 yards away.
If people are interested in the project, we can have it.
Now, this one is using whatever you've got around. So the light at the front, the big white splodge of light, is a torch, and it's on a very slow shutter speed. The painting behind is one of Nikki's artworks, and there obviously is Nikki in front, and it's lit with a mobile phone as well.
And I'm wearing a dressing gown.
Yes, and Nikki's wearing a dressing gown. And it's about the project is. This is part of the project, and this is what we've been working on. And we now have 40 images since we started lockdown, which I'm really and hopefully Nikki is really, I know she is really proud of. And what I'm encouraging people is to look for some sort of level of creativity. We've already had a couple of great interests for next week, where people are using their, stuff that they've been making, stuff that they've been up to. And it doesn't obviously have to be in black and white, to answer that question. That's just the nature of what I'm photographing in. Very quickly, this is a thistle that's been crushed up, and this is...
we did this on the kitchen table using a kitchen pestle and mortar and one of my books, and very quickly mocked up, making some magic. I think it looks really magical, but it's basic kitchen stuff. So, encourage people to get creative.
Yeah. So get creative in it. If you've only got access to photograph in, say, for instance, your kitchen, you can get creative in the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Make use of what you've got.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And also not just as it's about lockdown projects and using your creativity.
Put your hand up. We've got a question. If you want to ask Alexis or a question, Fairchild, with your 16th costume change of the last hour.
Funny. I noticed.
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
We didn't get the memo. Well, I didn't get the memo. It's entirely my fault. So.
Like his hair black.
Is that the question about the photos, Harry?
Yeah, the photos, yeah. I noticed, about your photos.
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite?
Oh gosh. I have to say that if I was to choose a favorite out of the ones that I've just shown, I'd have to have two separate ones. I'd have to have the one with Nikki and the water.
And the ripples.
With all the ripples. Project, I mean, it's difficult to show lots, obviously. Is it difficult to show lots? No.
I'd say probably 4 or 5.
Up to 4 or 5, Nikki's saying.
And Dee's asking, this is a few people have asked me this, Alexis. You're calling it the selfie competition, but is it all right for someone else to take the picture, or does it need to be like a selfie?
That's a really good question, because I was thinking about this the other day, and I think that as long as there's input from both sides, or the person who's being photographed's idea, but they can't say their arm's not long enough, which often is the case, isn't it? I think it's okay for someone else to be taking the photo. I think we've moved on.
There's flexibility there. Yeah.
If you think about where we've moved on from week 1.
I know.
Amazing.
It's a journey, and I think that if people want to, carry on with the journey and use whatever, a self.
What week is it for the photo competition now?
I was in. Oh right, okay. It's apparently this week.
His radio show on Wednesday and said this is like the 6th week. I couldn't believe it. I can't.
Yeah.
Pippa wants to say something.
Oh, I didn't know she was allowed to.
She won't let me on.
SLR camera, but are we allowed to tweak on Photoshop, or do you want to keep it pure?
No, do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
That's part of the creativity of being in lockdown. Is if for instance, if you used a new way of treating your photographs in lockdown, that's creativity in lockdown.
And I was intrigued in the art that Nikki does.
You were sorry, say that again.
I was intrigued with Nikki's art. What Nikki's art is like.
It's weird, gothic.
I'd love to see it. Maybe I'll text you. SLR camera, but are we allowed to tweak on Photoshop, or do you want to keep it pure?
No, do whatever you want to do.
Okay.
That's part of the creativity of being in lockdown. Is if for instance, if you used a new way of treating your photographs in lockdown, that's creativity in lockdown.
And I was intrigued in the art that Nikki does.
You were sorry, say that again.
I was intrigued with Nikki's art. What Nikki's art is like.
It's weird, gothic.
I'd love to see it. Maybe I'll text you later.
You got an Instagram, Nikki, or a website?
I've literally just gone onto Instagram. I don't know how to use it, so if anybody young and in the know wants to help.
I could do with that training as well.
Part of marketing.
But are there some pictures of your sort of project and your spell casting on Alexis's Instagram or not?
He's put a couple up, but we're
all right.
we're curating so many images.
Yeah, I think it's probably best with that project to wait, because we have 40 images and we've got to kind of curate it, and there will be more.
And it goes with narrative and poetry and spells as well. So there's writing with it, not just photography.
Yeah. It's I'm just the monkey with the camera.
Much more than just that, Alexis. Fran?
What's your name today, Fran?
That's not for that one.
I didn't hear that.
Didn't get Fran's question, sorry.
What are you dressed as?
I'm beginning to doubt it myself, actually, but we sort of decided to go with a kind of goth kind of feel, which obviously, but we're French goths.
Oh.
I hope that helps.
It does.
What's French for goth, Nick?
Goth.
Gothique.
Gothique. Okay, brilliant. Well,
I've got to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Tim, can you ring me?
Yeah, I'll give you a ring later.
Thank you.
Fran. We're going to spotlight Pippa, because as the host, I should be able to unmute her, but I can't. She's got the settings. She knows how to use the settings better than I do. She says she's got a topical mind whenever you're ready. We're ready.